Listen to the beat.
His name's Push Pop?
Nah.
Yo.
His name's... What sample is that? Annie?
So everybody on the internet is like, yo, he sound exactly like Pop.
Yeah.
So they flaming him.
He's from Canarsie too.
Damn.
He's going viral though. But what beat is this?
Is he good or what?
I don't know.
I might have to check it out. But yeah, that's wild.
The best nickname I heard still was when they called CJ Poppy Smoke.
Yeah.
Like PAPI?
Yeah, like Spanish Poppy.
Yeah.
Whoop-dee.
Whoop-dee.
That song do slap though.
It does. It does. Y'all think he's gonna have another hit?
No.
That's crazy. That's hate.
Nah,
It can't be hate.
it's not hate. I don't hate anything that he does.
He signed to French Montana, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he dynamic enough to like do something?
I don't know. I never heard anything other than that song.
Yeah.
But literally, like these days, all it takes is for your shit to go mean.
Has he
crazy.
been featured on shit?
I'm sure he has been at some
his
point.
name is CJ. It's hard to find him. Like, cause if you type in CJ, like I probably see Grand Theft
And
Auto.
he's
CJ
blood,
before him.
so I mean, it should have been BJ. But
That's what I've always kind of wondered out of this whole thing. It's like how he can't even say his own name.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, BJ the Chicago kid.
Oh yeah. Remember him?
Yeah.
He was like a heavy feature back in like
Like
mid-2000s.
2013.
Yeah, two dope boys.
He had a good album like 2 years ago.
No, I fuck with him.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That
It
Getaway
seemed
song
like he like
slap.
went away.
No.
So we good now.
Yeah, we good.
Okay. All right.
All right, so welcome to another episode of the Neapolitan Ice Cream Podcast. Your boys.
You just went straight into it.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
I ain't used to having money like this, man. I ain't used to having fancy sounds in the background.
Still quiet.
We done?
Yeah, we're
Quiet.
done.
All
There
right,
you
yeah.
go.
Your boys Christian, Joe, and Will here back again, joined by Uptown's very own donSMITH.
What up, man? Thank you for having me.
Right.
Long train ride, like I said earlier. Appreciate y'all. Yeah.
Word.
Yes, sir. So, for those of y'all that don't know donSMITH, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
I'm a musician from Harlem, Washington Heights area, right on the border, Sugar Hill. Yeah, I've been making music for most of my life.
Crazy.
But I was producing for most of it. I really didn't start writing songs for real until like a couple of years ago, like when I got out of college. Played mad instruments growing up. Always quit them. They kind of bored me.
What was the most sus one you played?
The flute. And I was definitely
Can't get much more sus than that.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? The flute usually like the most sampled shit of all time.
Yeah.
Bro, and
Wait, you're not talking about like the recorder, like that
no,
bullshit
the flute,
sounding-
bro.
nah,
like
recorded
the
vibe.
flute, like
Like Peter Pan and all that shit.
yeah. I was
R.
like
Kelly.
good enough that I was good enough. I think if I kept going, I probably wouldn't have ended up rapping. Like I probably would have. I could have got scholarships, I'm sure, through that, but it just was boring.
That
and then I
kinda
started
would've been
making
fire.
beats and sampling. I learned sampling and was like, this is the only thing I'm not putting down, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Rabbit, I could pull out the flute and just kill it too.
Future.
Like you spit a bar and then after that,
He doesn't play the flute though.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. There's flutes in the shit though.
Like that's a sample though.
Yeah, but he
I'm talking about a rapper. Like he's spitting a bar.
Yo, if I
and go,
see Future take a sip of lean and then start playing
that's talent. I mean, Anderson .Paak, he
He's
plays
like,
the drums and he
he's
raps.
Vaseline with the flute.
Pac makes way more sense than
Yeah.
Future though.
Yeah, he can play every instrument.
How you
though. Anderson .Paak is
misogynistic and
crazy.
play the flute?
That's us too.
But yeah, so I grew up playing a lot of instruments, watching a lot of movies, was super obsessed with like film scores and shit like that. So
Damn.
I just always had music in my life. My father was in a band when I was when he was younger, so there was instruments in the house, stuff like that. So eventually, I just ended up wanting to talk my shit. So now I talk my shit. Feel me? But I know we got a lot of mutuals, all of us. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nah, we had
all the homies.
Yeah, we had Sim on here and
out
Ran
to
Van
Sim.
Dam, all of
Shout out to
45th and
RVD.
Broadway, Lonnie. You see the sticker here. Once you're hood and nobody knew you.
Actually, I got some stickers for y'all.
Oh shit!
You getting gifts and shit. This new year starting off way better. Yeah. We got a soundboard that work. We got stickers.
Got a bunch of stickers.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Pulling
sure
out
you
the
check out
surprises
the
on the pod. Oh
Word.
I wasn't sure. Did you get a bag? I know you got a shirt. You didn't get a bag last time.
Nah, I didn't get a bag.
All right, so I brought a tote bag as well.
Oh shit.
I didn't think like, yo, I should bring one for everybody.
Nah, it's all good.
Gonna hang that shit.
And there's another shirt in here.
Oh,
so y'all gonna have to, you know.
Well, hold on.
I know what size
Here's how you what size is it?
Large.
You can probably take it. I'm too fat.
I'm too little. You gotta take it.
I can't take both.
Oh, you have one. All right, you can take it.
I have it on.
What size is that?
Well, it's here, so somebody.
I'll try it if anything.
That shit pop on. That shit turn sleeveless.
And if not, whoever don't get one, and I'll grab a couple extra bigger sizes.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's love, bro. Thank you. Thank
Sure,
you.
man.
Absolutely.
So yeah, shout out Sim, shout out RVD.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Whole 45th
Happy birthday to the
Broadway.
homie RVD.
Happy
Word.
birthday to the homie.
Oh shit! Word.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Shout out.
Meet him all, nigga. Don't forget.
Word, but I don't know if the camera could pick up on the stickers, but you know, here you go. But on it says, "Don't ask me where I'm from," and that is your latest album.
That is my latest album. Yeah, entirely produced by Zumo, talented producer, soul sampling producer. He resides in Brooklyn. He's originally from North Carolina.
Fire.
Yeah, I did something special over his production, and definitely the most complete thing I've done. So I've never done like merch and stuff like this for a project. Never had like a rollout like this before. So
Word. Because I wanted to talk to you about the rollout. Because
Word.
that's how me and you met.
because of the
You did a whole, and I've never seen this before, at least from no artist like I know. But you did a whole fundraiser and food drive as part of the release for the album.
Yep.
Which is, I think, fire.
That's
First off.
respect. Nah,
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
we don't see that ever.
Nigga, most rappers be waiting until they get famous to finally give back. Yeah, you giving
And barely.
Yeah.
It's just for the look
mean,
Yeah,
too.
and you just
I don't know, bro. I feel like I don't got much to give, but I feel like if there's any year that we need stuff like that, it's 2020, bro.
Yeah.
2020 was a wild year,
for everybody.
especially Uptown Washington Heights. In the
Yeah.
beginning, got hit the hardest.
Yeah.
So all those Uptown communities was experiencing deaths, layoffs, job insecurity, food insecurity, and then there's homelessness on top of that. So that's people who have cribs already.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you got homeless people who also can't eat. So it just seemed like the right thing to do. So all the projects I put out last year, every single thing was attached to some type of nonprofit or fundraiser.
Fire.
All of them? Oh shit.
Every single one.
So
yeah.
you're gonna keep that process going?
I mean, it's kind of just who I am. Before I was an artist, I was definitely just a
Respect
social justice kind of minded person. So why not? You know what I mean? And
Right.
of course, it's good for publicity, but that's not why I do
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
I respect
good.
that, OD.
Especially how you did it too. It wasn't like you were there. Like
Yeah.
you was at the food drive. You was collecting food. You was posted in front of the armory. It was snowing the day I went.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was. It was brick.
Yeah. OG, and you was posted outside. And I'm like, damn, he's really about it.
You know what it is? It's like I feel like it's one thing to do it and be detached from it, but it's one thing to do it and like actually be there. I live a few blocks away from the armory.
Yeah.
So I just feel like there were times when my homies, my family couldn't eat. You know what I mean? When I was younger, job insecurity, house insecurity, you know, not having a place to sleep at night. Like, so this is the type of stuff, like if I can do it, I will. So I hope with more success, money, like we could do bigger and better for the community
Right.
because I don't see a lot of artists uptown doing this stuff, and I know they could.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
You just
yeah.
got to organize. That's really all it is. But I didn't. Last thing I'll say is I didn't do it by myself. I did it with this nonprofit,
Yes.
Meals on Us.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. They sponsored me for the whole thing, so
That's what's up.
I couldn't have
fire.
did it without them.
That's OD fire.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at least in our community, too, like, we're real quick to show up to the party.
Yes, sir.
Like the album
Yes, sir.
release party or the lit shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fun stuff. But when it comes to something like this, like...
Where they at?
It's not even, like, where they at, but it's not the same energy. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not... You don't see people... There's no promoters for shit like this. You know what I'm saying? People are quick to get, yo, come to this hookah lounge, drop $150 to get lit.
Yeah.
They don't.
A lot of people come just to party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck going on, but hey,
But
celebrities here.
Yeah.
People you don't know are here, and they're not gonna pay attention to you.
Yeah.
But your mom's. I saw a meme that said, you know, your girl's in Dior, but your mom's in the same coat she came to the U.S. with. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
hard.
Don't let that go over your head.
It's really like that.
That's
That's
true.
some real shit, bro.
Like,
That's some real shit.
So like, and I like when I told you when I pulled up, like we hadn't even met at that point, but I just know we had a lot of mutual friends. But I had like you were doing this across the street from my crib. I felt like I had a duty to just pull up and support. Cause
Now we here.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
yeah.
I appreciate you pulling up, man.
Yeah.
That's why I forgot that you got a shirt. So this was for you.
Oh,
And as soon as I walked in, I was like, I should have brought more. But I got y'all though. I'll definitely send some stuff. For sure.
yeah. I definitely wish more rappers and artists were on that type of wave, just because I think we could benefit from seeing more shit like that.
I think anybody with any type of social influence uptown, small business owners, you know what I mean? Anybody that I feel like people are able to look towards for some type of inspiration or guide. I'm not the greatest person in the world. This don't mean I'm a saint, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that was important to me, so.
No, I mean it's like you said. Now more than ever for small business owners, they've been hit the hardest out of this whole shit.
Yeah, bro.
Small restaurant owners, grocery stores, all that shit.
Fucking
right
whack.
now, it's been real trash for them. So any type of shit like that to help them out is really what's up. We spoke about it already, kind of previously before. Yeah. But on the like more rapper side of it and donating to the community, because that's kind of always what we've. As a child growing up, right? There's a lot of kids, especially, more so minorities. I wouldn't say more so for white kids, obviously, because we're privileged. No, you don't know where I'm going at with this, so relax. They've kind of looked up to rappers as heroes, and it's something he actually spoke about on 3 Scoops. I mean, there's obviously cases of white kids doing it too. Obviously, people looked up to Eminem. That's how. You can't lie that part of his popularity had to do with the fact that he was white. But anyway, well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, besides the bars and everything like that. But anyways, like having someone like looking up as like role models and doing good shit in the community is kind of what you've hoped that rappers would do, and sometimes it doesn't kind of translate that way. Sometimes it ends up they hit fame and they kind of just like it's all selfish. It's all about themselves instead of going back into the community. So. What's your take on like why you would say that's probably the case, or like, how do y'all feel about that in general?
Well, real quick, I want to ask everyone: did y'all, when y'all were growing up, and we all had like favorite rappers growing up, did y'all view them as your role models? Like, did y'all say
versus like just the artist that I like the most,
or just like all right, this is fly. I kind of want to dress like him. Like, I was a big like G Unit fan growing up, and I would wear like I had I had a shirt and like the G Unit like vest shirt. You know what I'm talking about? No, it was like a shirt that had the bulletproof G Unit vest on it.
Okay,
that's wild.
Yeah, but I was in like 4th grade. But like
you was wild in 4th grade, bro.
That's because she hears people. But I never said to myself, yo, 50's a role model. You know what I'm saying? I said, he's cool. I want to be like him. But I knew in my head, I didn't think of him as a role model. Did y'all feel that way?
No, I'm on your wavelength. Okay. For rappers, I didn't feel it. Well, hold on. I didn't feel rappers specifically. There were some other figures out there, but I wouldn't say rappers for me specifically.
Yeah, I definitely did. Because like me, I used to just listen to like mainstream rap, like 106 in Park, The Basement, or whatever came on the radio. So I thought that was rap music until I randomly came across Lupe Fiasco. Wow. And from there, when I heard him speaking about like Kick Push and talking about all this nerd shit that I'm into, I'm like, oh shit, these niggas rap like this too? And then from there, I went into the whole like other realm of rap where I heard like underground hip hop and shit.
And your life changed.
Yeah, that changed my life because that's when I started like, all right, these nerd niggas could do it. That means I could probably do it too. So that's when I started writing my own shit and trying to be like these niggas.
Yeah, I wanted to ask real quick. So, did you want to be a rapper when you were growing up?
OD.
Okay.
Yeah, like I wanted to be a rapper at like 18 years old. That's when I started writing for the first time, and then from there, I just like started studying the shit. Like it was more than just listening to it. I'm like studying cadences, flows, punchlines, how to do everything, delivery. I was studying that shit. Like I really wanted to do this shit.
That's the difference. Those who wanted to be in the artistry at that young of an age probably looked up to those people as artists.
Yeah.
Those not so much.
Yeah, like at no point I never wanted to be
you
a
were
rapper.
able to separate kind of like the
No,
difference.
I did, cause like you would see them, they would have like all the cool shit.
Yeah,
like,
but-
oh
No, for
shit, I
sure,
want to
yeah.
be in a mall,
Yeah.
and like 70,000 girls chasing me. It looks cool.
No,
I mean, I want the
Until they say cut and all
Right?
the girls go back to their trailer.
right.
Not that lit.
No.
Yeah,
As a
yeah.
kid, I'm like, that'd be nice to be appreciated
Get
and
hoes.
loved like that. Yeah, I wanted hoes.
I like hoes. I like money.
I wanted big chains and grills and shit like
Yeah.
that until I didn't. Like one of the big things with me is like I feel like between like early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s to mid to now, it's transitioned to the point where I feel like rappers are becoming less cool and less of the heroes that I always grew up thinking that they were. Cause like a lot of them doing these super corny shits, like.
And I mean,
Wilding
that
on
kind of
drugs
goes
and
back
shit.
to his original question.
Right.
Which is
Yeah.
He was saying, you were asking, why do I think it's. What reframe your question again?
Just
Sorry.
kind of like, why do you think it's not been the case that why they haven't given
Like,
back
why is it
something?
not more popular?
And I mean, there's the obvious answer that once you hit fame, like you just get self-centered, you get caught up in the shit, and
Yeah.
like, not gonna lie, I could see being difficult living a rich lifestyle, and I know that sounds very like your initial like reaction could be like, you gotta be kidding me,
Yeah.
like you have mad money, but you get. They're gonna have a lot of people probably around you that are being like, "Yo, you should do this, this, and this. Help me out. I know you got the money. Help me out. I got you back." And then you'll get a ton of shit like that. Then you have just higher expectations. You get caught up in the moment where you have
Yeah.
like more higher. You have to live a certain standard.
I think anything
Like-
in too much is. Anything in too much
In
quantity
excess.
is. In excess is. Thank you. Is
Yeah.
not good. In either direction. I feel like. There are also a lot of artists, rappers, celebrities who are extremely successful and give back to the
That
community.
is
Yeah,
true.
that's
That
a
is
fact.
true.
But they
Yeah.
just don't get any publicity for it.
Yeah.
And that's
true.
fine.
You know?
Yeah, they don't.
And
need
that's
it.
cool too.
Yeah.
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 Honestly, I think that's preferred.
You shouldn't do it really for the publicity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
all them niggas like, yo, get a camera of me doing this. All right, we're good, and then they just leave. I hate when they do
That's
that.
just the shame that like rappers take from the media, like,
Yeah.
in terms of perception.
But
Yeah.
you said something interesting too. But it's like about the image. Like
Yeah.
like I think most rappers I think feel like they gotta uphold a certain image to be a rapper. You know
It's
what
the
I'm saying?
only genre of music that is like that. No other genre of music is like that.
Really?
I think so.
Pop?
That's my opinion.
No, because like in pop, they would force you to be in relationships and shit like that.
Yeah.
All right. You might have a. All right.
It
and
looks
that's, I
different.
see your point. No, no,
it
no,
looks
no,
different.
I see your point.
Like that's
Yeah.
how like
I
Black Eyed
just
Peas
think.
was formed.
I just.
Like, what's this?
I
nigga
meant
name?
from more of like a flashing perspective,
Yeah.
like
The
more of
flashiness?
like just like flaunting a little bit. Nah, pop stars do too. I'm lying.
Yeah.
You're right. No,
It just
forgot
looks
the
different.
I stand
Yeah.
corrected.
I forgot the
It's
A&R
It's a
who
different way that you
formed.
do it. And it does. You're right, because it doesn't come off, or at least maybe to me, or I probably could think about this longer, but it doesn't come off to me as selfish when they flaunt it, as opposed to when a rapper, because it's in their lyrics. Usually, I don't see it in pop lyrics.
Yeah.
but like in videos, they'll definitely flaunt.
A lot of rap a lot of the time is braggadocious.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
So I have more of this than you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to flex on you for 3 minutes and
I'm
30
gonna fuck
seconds.
your bitch and shit.
Yeah, all of that. But a lot of that is also just because a lot of what rap is born from is struggle. So it's a lot of it's born from having nothing. So to have something now, it's like, yeah, I need to talk my shit a little bit. I just think sometimes we get lost in that. It's
Yeah,
easy
it's
to get
us,
lost in
yeah.
that.
It's easy. What do you typically? And I don't want to turn this into too much of an interview, but like, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't heard much of your music until once I heard that you coming on the pod, I was like, oh shit, maybe like do a little, because I just didn't know you at first.
Yeah.
I heard
Which is
that you
fair.
was cool with obviously homies that we know. What is most of your music about?
It's interesting. In the past year, the 3 projects I put out, I feel like mostly define who I am as an artist and what I care about, what's important to me, what I want to exist, what space I want to exist in, what I want to change socially, things like that. I took like a break between 2018 and last year, between like releasing any real projects, music. I dropped a couple singles, but those don't even exist anymore. Like I took them down.
Damn.
How come?
They just weren't a reflection of my actual branding, like where I am now. And I felt like I wanted to, when I did want to return with music, I wanted to make sure it was something I fully stood behind, and I didn't feel like those singles were a reflection of that.
If you have to push a certain message, it could be contradictory compared to previous material. So.
I think I was allowing myself to be influenced by the people around me and compare myself and figure out what I think I needed to do versus
talk
just
about
like
what you needed to like show in certain.
Yeah, exactly. So to keep up. So to answer your question, I would say my music really. It sounds like a boring answer, but it's a lot of it is just a reflection of where I am, like physically, like where I live, what I grew up around, and the type of things that I've seen my homies go through as well, beyond just myself. A lot of the songs that I write aren't even from the perspective of myself. You know what I mean? Because every struggle that my brother has, like,
you hear about it.
You want to. He comes to you. You know what I'm saying? You're a shoulder that he leans on a lot of the time. So I just try to use my voice to amplify the messages I think need to be heard, especially in neighborhoods like Harlem, Washington Heights. You know what I'm saying? So, sounds like a boring ass answer, but
look. Sometimes, hey, if you're gonna be honest, and that's the truth, and it has to come out that way. Don't fuck that. Like,
it's the truth. Ain't nothing boring about the truth.
One quick follow up before we kind of like transition a little bit. And I know again this could be a little cliche-ish, and obviously you answer the way you want to answer. If you were to compare, just for listeners who obviously do not know you or your material, who could you possibly either compare to in terms of like a flow or a style of music, or maybe where have you gotten your influence from? Therefore, if people are interested in some sort of way, they know what to possibly expect. You know. And you could probably say, I'm my own stuff, and I get that.
Everybody hates this question.
No, it's not competition, but like it's fair to say where you get your influence from.
Everybody hates this question because it feels like somebody's trying to like ask you, put yourself in a box so I can ship you off to the people that will appreciate you.
Yeah,
I know that's not how you mean it. Yeah, so I'm gonna answer the best I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have found the best way to answer this question is based off what people have said, instead of like what influences me.
All right,
this guy has media training.
What I get a lot of is I get a lot of comments about who my voice sounds like versus like my rap style versus the way I tell stories versus the production I rap on.
Yeah.
So these artists I'm gonna say that people have said like they might all be very different.
Of course,
I've gotten Common. I've gotten Boldy James a lot.
Yeah.
I've gotten Blue. Do y'all remember Blue?
Yes, of course.
I get Blue more than anybody probably.
I can see that a lot.
What happened to Blue?
I heard he get
Below the Heavens is still probably a top 10 project for me.
I respect that.
Yeah, ever probably. It's up there. I used to give that heavy rotation.
I think in the past couple years, the way the underground scene has been going, the way my more recent music sounds, I get Griselda a lot. Yeah. Although I'm not rapping about coke and
No, look, like I said, it doesn't have to be exactly the material.
But these are things that people have given me. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. People have said my voice, the way I speak, sounds like Drake.
I can see it a little bit.
But you see how different all those things are? Like that's what I'm saying. So it's hard to say. Who I grew up listening to, I'm a New Yorker. I grew up listening to Doom, rest in peace. Yeah. Talib, Jay, Nas, you know what I mean? Pac Div, you and I. Wow. Shout out to homie Thurs.
You and I. See, it took me back to two dope boys again.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's still my golden age of rap.
You and I, Kids in the Hall.
Oh my god. Yeah. I haven't been hyped for music since those days.
Yeah, man.
Remember XV?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, XV.
Where the fuck did he go?
Wichita.
This nigga used to put out an album every day.
Yeah,
not every day, probably like every week.
Those Kid Cudi mixtape days.
Yeah, those Currency mixtape days.
Oh
my god.
Early Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah. OD. Yeah, that's Scottie Pimpin verse on Currencies
on Covert
Coup.
So I hope that answers your question.
No, I'm doing it for the listeners.
He's trying to put them on.
Yeah. Just some people, sometimes all it takes is something to compare to get influence, and that's what sometimes people need.
Speaking of lyrics, y'all seen that there's a new law where they're using lyrics against you in court now?
In Maryland.
I saw that.
That shit is OD.
Yeah.
I saw
but niggas is wilding though.
All right, but I saw that it said rap lyrics.
Yeah.
Why? Only rap lyrics.
Well, that was the whole point of the meme, because they said about the heavy metal joint saying,
I'm gonna kill you, drink your blood, yelling over this shit.
Yeah.
Why?
Satanic rituals and shit.
Yeah. Why is rap held? Is the only genre held to that standard? Where
We know why.
Yeah, we do.
Nigga.
Yeah, I got some shit I want to talk about.
Yeah,
that.
we know why.
But yeah, I think that's pretty crazy. Cause first of all, if you're gonna like do some wild shit, I don't think you should be putting that shit on a song. Ain't that why like Ryan Melly, whatever the fuck it is?
Yeah, YNW Melly.
Yeah, murder on my mind. And he murdered his homies. That's fucked up. That's why.
All right, we've had this talk though about like rap specifically. Like, there's a fine line between being honest and then just some shit sounding fly on the track.
Right.
Like fucking bitches or some shit. I like fuck 5 bitches last. That sounds fly. You didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, and I can accept the fact that I know you didn't have sex with 5 women last night. I was there. I'm a bump. I'm a bump the shit. Like, all right, that sounds fly. I want to live like that. But it's like I know I could give you that one. But there's a certain line of believability that comes with rap. I think.
Yeah, I don't think you should ever try to be something you're not in your music.
But I think people are in rap.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because sometimes I understand. It's kind of like wrestling. A lot of rappers are actually characters. Like, for example, an artist can paint a picture, but the picture doesn't have to be about their specific life. It could be about, like, for example, you say you tell stories from your friend's perspective. And shit like that. So I think, like, with artists, I think you should allow it because you're an artist. You're creating a picture for other people to see. They can interpret it however they want to. You know what I mean? It can mean this to someone and something different to another person. At the end of the day,
I think it's not for us as the listener to be like, yo, you shouldn't be rapping this way.
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound that way. I guess what I mean is more so like, you know, I understand for some rappers, like, their job is to sell an image. You know what I mean? And the label needs them to sell that image for them to pay the artist. And I understand that. I think as far as actually affecting, which is a lot of what I focus on, your neighborhood, your community, wherever that is, as far as affecting the lives around you that you care about, I feel like it shows through your music more when you're just actually yourself. And if you try to be something you're not to impress others, I think it often goes in the other direction.
Yeah, because the
people that know you are like, that nigga ain't like that, bro. Maybe you convincing strangers on the internet, but the niggas that live down, they like, yo, he ain't like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So
it's crazy. Like when Randy was on here and he was like saying all these rappers talking about drugs and shit. Like, I'm in the studio with them. They're straight edge. They don't do nothing. Like,
oh hell yeah,
that's hard.
Which is crazy. Like,
it's also, is it fair for them to chase the bag?
Yeah, I think
like that's another
to
thing
an extent.
You
got to sell the image.
Don't just put money over everything, like your friends.
No, but in terms of like the lyrics and the shit you speak, you know this is gonna be a slap, and you know it's gonna be a club banger, or you know it's gonna be catchy. Like,
but you know
that's how people get grabbed in and listen to your shit, and then maybe they'll be exposed to you have like the one hit on an album, right? But then all the other shit could be real shit.
Yeah.
But you need that.
You see that
you need
that
hook to grab people in.
Yeah,
It's fair.
Certain artists, yeah.
Because rappers know, like, if a rapper sees, all right, I know kids want to dress like me, so clearly I have some sort of influence on them. So if I say something, I know that it's gonna be embedded in their head. Like Future when he's saying like codeine crazy and shit, and then you come and find out he was like, yo, I was off of lean when I was making this shit, and I was like, all right, but you telling people like you still sipping lean?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Drugs? I didn't know that he was. That he was off that when he wrote the song.
Thought I died. I'm like, oh shit.
And then he said there was a certain point like he stopped doing it, but he was still rapping about it. So it's just like,
it's that image he built.
Yeah, but exactly, he feels like he has a responsibility to live up to a certain image.
Yeah.
Too many niggas done for that. Yeah, that's true.
I just think, you know, it's some people are so scared of their actual selves they don't want. They would rather be a character.
Damn,
and I think that's
that
some
is
real shit. I'm not saying that about Future, but
no,
I think some artists, some people feel bigger when they're in front of the camera. You know what I mean? And they need to do those things to make themselves feel comfortable.
Dude.
I'm not really one of them people, so
respect that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Had to let that digest for a second.
Right.
Niggas is reflecting.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. That shit could definitely apply to a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right, so what's next?
I thought you was about to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I was, like I said, I was reflecting on that shit.
Oh.
So in your songs, you mentioned how you've been sober.
Yeah.
Which is like super ironic, especially with like the whole rapper image thing that we just were talking about.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Beyond being a rapper, bro, I've been an engineer, audio engineer for years.
Mm-hmm.
So you've probably been in sessions before. You know, it's just a lot of smoking, drinking, other types of drugs that I'm not gonna say. Like, it can get wild in sessions because for some people that's part of their creative process.
Right.
So, luckily, I made a pledge to be sober long before I was an audio engineer. You know what I mean? So, it's something that I committed to. It's going on 12 years now. I've been sober.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got a round of applause or something?
Nah. I mean, that's the thing. I feel like when people know that about me, they like.
I don't.
I don't.
I feel like sometimes I tell people that and they think that like I have a chip on my shoulder. It's not really about that.
Yeah.
I know I move best when I'm this way.
Cause
So
you had I think you had a project, right? That was like I spent the last 10 years.
the past 10 years sober.
And like
yeah.
the intro was like, yo, I just spent the last 10 years drinking nothing but water.
I didn't even know you heard that, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't release that project like on major anything. It was like
word?
strictly Bandcamp. Yeah, like it was like that project is voice memos, drafts. There's nothing mixed and mastered on there. It's completely.
I forgot where I heard it from.
It must have been on Bandcamp.
Yeah,
Must have been on Bandcamp.
Probably clicked around on that
So
shit,
shout out to you for finding that. But
but I was like, yo, do you really drink just water? Like you don't just
bro.
straight edge?
Florida,
Like,
Maine.
because you don't see that in our age group.
Yeah,
Like our age range.
or this profession, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, especially the profession. Like, psh,
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's not something I actively think about. Like,
that's what's up.
yeah,
Just
it's
natural.
it's been so long. Yeah, it's kind of like I used to go crazy though before I made the pledge to be sober.
Really?
Yeah, I started young. That's probably why I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I think I
Over
got
it.
my like I started way too young and I got my taste of it early. Got into some situations that I shouldn't have been in, and I was like, I don't actually think I'm doing this for the right reasons. I was doing it for the people around me
Gotcha.
because they was doing it. And then once I found music for real, I was like, I kind of think I create best when I don't have that stuff around me.
I
So,
definitely feel that. Like
man.
for me, drinking it makes me like I forget shit.
Well,
easy.
what's the longest y'all will go, or what's the longest y'all ever been sober?
And do you find it difficult?
Oh, for me, it was like literally.
His response
4
is a
months.
laugh.
4 months.
Yeah, at the beginning of the quarantine.
That's
I'm,
what
I'm
I-
only a social drinker.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
Because I was just straight edge too. Like I made like as a teenager, I made a pledge. I'm not gonna drink until I'm 21. I'm not gonna smoke until
Did you do it?
yeah. Like I didn't drink until like I would be in parties and like college frat houses and shit like that, college parties and shit. I'll be the only one just posted there, just chilling.
I don't knock it, man. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with drinking, smoking, doing what
Yeah.
you got to do to enjoy yourself. I think anything in excess is not good for you, obviously. But also, like, it's just up to the person to make the decision. Like, I don't look down. All my friends smoke and drink, and I still hang out with them. Like, it's not a sin to me.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, it's not a sin. It's just a personal choice.
that's what's up.
You know what I mean? And
Shit. The longest I went was literally like 4 months between March to like June or something like that. Because I only drink socially.
of quarantine.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. I only
Although a
drink
lot of
socially.
people was getting twisted in the crib during
OD.
COVID. Yeah. Because liquor was an essential business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they stayed open.
Yeah.
Niggas like, yo,
I
fuck
definitely
it.
was home cracking open a bottle of wine by myself. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Wine, little Pinot Grigio, and
Fuck
Dolo.
it. I treated myself to a
spades.
date. Fuck out of here.
That man was posted in the crib with a robe, had some
This nigga in the
cucumber slices.
bathroom. This nigga in the mirror.
Got a wine.
Eating
and
some
dine.
Salmon and rice.
You can get the damn quiet.
Said I'm a bad bitch.
I'm a savage.
You gotta
He was doing
treat
the body
yourself.
challenge in the mirror.
But yeah, I did the 4 months. Yeah, I only drink socially, so like maybe once, twice a week.
Or
Yeah, so like total
Yeah,
probably like 8 times.
I was about to say I'm a. Oh no,
I'm done.
that's good. Oh, I was gonna say I'm a social drinker too. Like I don't really drink all that much by myself. I'll have like a beer if I eat, maybe sometimes.
so you find whatever works for you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a social drinker, and I didn't even really think about it. Like why? Cause when if there's a function y'all at, and this might be different for you, but when y'all at a function and there's alcohol there, do you feel like you need to drink, or do you feel like you need to have a drink?
Being that I'm a social drinker, I think like alcohol enhances the social experience.
That's what I was gonna go at.
So I'd do it if other people do. I won't do it if I'm the only one doing it.
And I respect that. For me, alcohol did the opposite. It would take away from the experience.
Gotcha.
So I feel like you just got to make the decision of what it does for you.
Balance it, yeah.
But there was definitely a time when I was in college, like I got through college sober, never touched anything. But I would go to parties and put water in red Solo cups.
Yeah, but
And that would be,
I remember, but that's the thing. Like when I'm
vodka, what you talking about?
not to fake the funk, but like it's just like everybody else is holding a drink. I'm holding a drink.
But that's what I feel like too.
Right.
Because I was about to say like like I feel if I'm at a bar or any type of shit like that, like
Just
I'll
to
feel
hold.
awkward.
Yeah.
Like if I don't got something to hold.
Yeah.
But like this is something I'm picking up on too. Is like it's part of like social anxiety. Mm-hmm. Where like if I don't have something, I feel like if I don't have a drink in my hand, I feel weird.
It's true.
It's not even necessarily that I want to drink the drink.
It's like
just having it.
You don't have to drink to get drunk either, though.
Yeah,
like you
that's
don't have
true.
to immediately get some sort of like.
And you know what's crazy? I picked up on this yesterday when we were out yesterday and we were chilling. Y'all had asked me something, and then it was something I didn't want to answer. And then I reached for a drink.
I know exactly.
But I didn't have a drink, and I reached for the drink, and there was no drink there. So it was just like, so it was just like I'm seeing. Okay, this might be kind of a safety net for me, where I could just kind of
sip the drink and you
sip
gotta
the
say
drink.
shit.
It gives me time to think about some shit to say. But I was like, but you called me, and I was like, yo, they clicked, and it was like, yo.
Didn't you actually make the swipe too? We catch him making the
he
swipe
was
and he missed.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so deeply embedded in my head that if we're at a situation, like even on a podcast, like we drink on every podcast.
Yeah.
Like we have beers on every podcast, and it's just like, is there something about the alcohol that
Got that fucking ionized shit too.
he said ionized?
My man, that's what it is, right? Am I bugging?
Ionized hydration.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
I got
Not my shit.
I forgot what I was saying. The alkaline water took me off of.
But I feel you though, cause like it was even something that he said. I think he questioned me about something. I didn't have an answer, so I just said, I don't know what that.
So
means.
if you ain't had the drink in your hand, what would you have done?
I don't know.
He would have
What about?
It got poetic.
tipped your hat.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just said you said something. I didn't have a response. So I just like
Definitely to buy time to distract
Yeah,
yourself.
are you
buy
agreeing
time,
with that?
take a sip. But I feel like we do the same shit with our phones too. Like if you ever had a
Oh,
function or anything with your phone and you ain't talking to nobody, the first thing you usually do is like, all right, well let me pull out my
See
phone,
some
look at some
bullshit,
shit.
yeah.
Like, oh, I'm swiping through some.
Nigga
some
look
shit.
like I'm preoccupied with something.
it'd be like that. It's like even without drinking, there's a lot of times where we just have to put on that mask. Like
Yeah.
for example, like I can be like walking down the block and it could be like it's usually when it's like a white person in front of me and they keep looking back and looking back.
Fucking white people.
So I have to act like I'm on
God
the
damn
phone
it.
minding my business and shit like that, so they don't think I'm trying to rob them and shit. You know what I mean? There's that.
That's crazy.
There's
That,
one
and
where-
that's wild that you have to do
No,
that.
it is what it is. I hate this shit, but it's like I've been there too many
Yeah.
times. But this nigga just like then he's speeding up, and then we stop at the same corner because we both don't have the light. Then he just automatically just turns at the last second. So there's that. There's the other time where you're walking the wrong way, and you know you're going the wrong way. You gotta pull out your phone like, oh, I gotta go this way. You know which way.
I ain't never done that before. That's it.
Nigga, I did that shit. I was
That's a
like,
whole
done-
different level of
Nigga
social.
said,
oh, it's this way.
Nah, I never did that. Nah, that's
I
why.
did that shit before.
yeah. That's wild.
There is that walking awkwardly near someone on the street, though.
Yeah,
especially
you're going
now,
the same way.
especially now when you have like the mask on, because people get freaked out because they don't
That
they don't
shit.
see
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. That shit
I know
gets
how
on my
many.
nerves.
There's so many people that speed up. Like I have groceries in my hand. I'm doing shit. Like,
There's a video of a British dude just like literally, oh, you want to run from me? I'm chasing you. Ah, ah, ah. Then I think she stopped at
Hey,
the
mate.
door. And then I was like, yo, black people are not scary. I'm friendly.
he didn't have to do all that.
Yeah, he OD. He OD.
Nah,
He's a hood
I'm
bug
jacking
nigga.
that he did that. I'm jacking
He
that.
OD.
Yeah.
After that, you fucking bitch. I'm like, damn. This
I feel like you attract it sometimes. Like,
yeah.
That's one of the 5 buttons you picked.
I feel like when you put out that energy, you start to attract it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's
Yeah.
she had to learn her lesson the hard way. And she
Yeah.
probably still ain't learned her lesson.
Nah.
Would I have done that
Nah,
Probably
he's
not.
like,
But
if
still,
you call the cops, it's over. Like,
I ain't mad at him though.
Yeah.
I ain't mad
Like
at
chase
him.
it.
Because at the end of the
Black
day,
people are not scary.
she made him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel bad when I can't walk down the block and mind my own business, listen to my music.
He was
'cause you're
minding,
scared of me.
yeah. You minding your business, and you make somebody else
Uncomfortable for no reason.
uncomfortable, which then in turn makes you feel like, yo, like
We talked about this like back when all that shit was going. All the
Yeah, it's wild. Like, it is what it is, though. That's like literally the reality of the situation. But
yeah.
I don't even know how we got here.
We
It's
were
alright.
talking about sobriety and how we were low key.
Oh, the force of habit shit.
Yeah, but do y'all think would y'all consider it like an addiction? Do y'all think y'all addicted to this?
Nah, I feel like
Subconsciously, I would say yes.
in ways.
you think you're addicted,
But not
to
not
this?
addicted. But I would no. It maybe addiction's the wrong word. Nah, maybe
Addiction is like a need. It's
Yeah.
like you
Think
do a
you-
deal
No,
with
it's just
your
a.
body
I
in
would say
bottles.
force of habit more than an addiction.
You're conditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much addicted.
Cause me, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
moderated if I'm only like socially drinking. Like
I would
and
just say,
like
yeah.
only 2 times a week at most.
Because
But even my doctor say, "Yo, you probably should cut that down." I'm like, damn, I should cut that down. Yeah, you should
See,
cut that down. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, addiction would be more if like, yo, I need to drink in a social
Yeah.
setting. That like,
Or I'm not
that's-
gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I think.
more
Like
of
you
the-
can't function properly unless you're intoxicated or unless
Yeah,
you're high.
that's more of the
like for example, like
addiction.
some artists can't rap
Right, yeah.
unless they're high. Like what?
Yeah.
Nigga? Like, but
We also have well, outside of just checking our phones every 5 seconds, right? When we're awkward.
all right, I might be addicted to that.
Beyond that, though, like we also no freaky oral fixation is a thing.
yeah.
Right.
People smoke cigarettes when they don't even really want to be smoking. We go to the fridge 5 times, just pull out chips. We're not even hungry, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
We just
Bro, I'll be bored, and that's how I'm fat.
He told me I feel bad when he said that on Xbox Live. Like, sometimes I'll just be eating. I'm like, why? It's just something to do. I'm like,
people
need to feel
definitely
something.
eat out of boredom, bro.
It's real,
For
man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
I just need something to do. I'm like, what?
Facts. Facts.
Nah, but we're laughing about it, but that's
I
a
feel
real
like
thing.
that shit
Nah,
kinda
it's
funny.
real.
It's a real thing.
It's all
Because there's people that need to drink. People can't express themselves without drinking. Like they
Yeah.
can't have a conversation and tell you how they really feel unless they drunk.
Yeah,
Like
pick up a
there's
shorty or
alcoholics
something.
that can't talk to you unless they're drunk, or like there's people that can't talk.
There
If
are
you want to
people who
spit
are
game to a
super
girl or
shy
some
and
shit,
liquid
yeah.
courage, yeah.
You need liquid courage to go build up and like talk to somebody.
I kid you
I
not.
think it's all mental.
There was I don't know if you remember me putting the whiteboard on the fridge, being like, "You're not hungry, you're just bored."
I
That
remember.
was real. That was I know it was like kind of funny, but that
Did it
shit
work?
worked. Yeah, I didn't touch shit in there. Also, key thing to do is shop after go grocery shopping after you ate. You're less hungry. It's a little trick.
Wow.
Put you on game.
That is
Oh,
a
shit.
gem. That's a
We're
gem.
about to
Yeah.
start whole like.
You see, my
weight
fridge
loss
is
journey.
empty besides the beer, right? So like,
I mean, but the beer going. You know what I mean?
You was about to say something about I don't know if it was like liquid courage or some shit.
Oh, I mean, you
disagreed.
made your way to it anyway.
Oh,
You,
yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna say that like sometimes we need to give ourselves the pseudo courage to go talk to the shorty or
Yeah.
to the dude or whatever the case is. Like
Yeah,
even in business, I feel like sometimes it's like
that's facts.
somebody used to always ask me like, "Yo, so if Diddy is like, yeah, come have a thing of scotch with me, like you gonna turn him down?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's my body." Like,
I respect that. You staying true to yourself.
yeah, he should. If anything, he should fuck with me more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I ain't cave because if I show up, if I meet Diddy in 5 years, I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm almost 20 years sober. He's like, word, have a bottle of scotch with me.
And fuck
That's
it.
fucked up.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, I can't believe you just asked me that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate the offer. Like, I appreciate
I'll
that you want to
chop it
celebrate
up
with
with
me.
you.
I feel like that would be like me if Snoop Dogg like offered me like a blunt. I don't smoke.
You don't smoke?
Nah.
You never smoke?
Nah, not really.
Never.
I tried the edible.
But you never
I
actually
can't.
smoked weed before?
Nah, I'm cool. on
I
that.
never tried it either.
never tried it either?
Never even tried weed,
Wow.
Yeah.
bro. That's cool. At least now I know I'm not crazy. Because
Yeah,
I be saying that to niggas.
Like,
and
like
they
I
be-
said, I was super disciplined. I told myself I'm not going to
Word.
drink until after 21 or smoke unless I actually like decide to do it with the homie. But after trying the edible, I know, all right, this ain't for me. This would be my only vice, really. So
Feel that.
So
yeah, I'm cool on that.
with that, speaking of vices, do you feel like you have any vices?
Yeah, I think we all do. I think they come in different
Yeah, I think everyone has vices.
forms. Can somebody Google the definition of vices?
Nah, yeah, I got it.
Maybe that'll influence my answer.
Gotcha.
Make sure I answer it correctly.
Because I don't know what can be considered a vice. Because some people will tell you pussy's a vice.
That might kind of be like a necessity, though.
I don't know.
Nah, see, but
I don't know.
All right, well, hold on. I'll give you two definitions.
I see three wild ones.
Yeah, exactly. Immoral or wicked behavior is the first one.
Damn.
That's good.
Harsh.
And then the second one, I don't know where this comes up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Criminal activities involving prostitution, porn, or drugs.
wow.
Is that what we're doing here? It always circles back to porn somehow on here.
Well, that's my biggest vice, if I'm being honest.
So then maybe, yeah, I don't know. I was going to say food, but I was like, that's not really. You gotta eat to survive.
Right.
You don't
So
have to
that's
drink
something-
alcohol to survive. You don't have to
Yeah.
smoke to survive.
Unnecessary eating is a definite vice.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. But
Guilty of that.
I don't know if I have a vice beyond that. You know what I mean? It's corny to say like, yeah, art is my vice. That's not the
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Even Urban Dictionary throws out the word immoral. Damn.
So is it?
Real
So a vice
bad.
it has to be a bad thing?
Yeah.
Like,
No. Like, for example, J-Rock's song, Vice City. It was literally a whole song with TDE talking about all their vices. Big money, big booty bitches.
Yeah.
That shit gonna
that's
be
a
the death
vice.
of me.
That's a vice. That's bad for you.
Well,
Big booty bitches, like strippers.
I would
and
just
shit.
say, Vice City is Miami, and then you have just like negative connotations like
yeah.
partying and
Vice
all that
City is
shit,
parties, cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, when you think of Miami, you think of parties, cocaine,
Yeah.
women.
So I don't know. I don't think I got any. Maybe ask me this in like a year. I need to reflect on this. This is crazy. Maybe after I get money.
That's
after I
the
get
whole
money.
concept of his next album and shit.
Like, yeah, bro. I started.
Welcome to Vice City.
Yeah.
So you gotta love Urban Dictionary. One definition of vice is trash. That's it. Like,
That's
what?
Yeah.
It's crazy. You said porn. You think it's a vice?
That's my biggest vice. Yeah, it's all.
You gotta respect the honesty.
Yeah. Oh no, we talk about porn like every episode.
Yeah.
We were due for that.
How do y'all constantly re-arrive at porn?
What do you mean?
Niggas get horny.
He said y'all talk about it every episode.
Oh,
Not like in
Niggas get
great
horny on the
detail.
pot.
Nah, you're wild.
But how does it always resurface? Is it like, oh, like the
Some random
alarm went
shit.
off on my phone? I got the reminder.
nah, we just be single and like talk about women.
No bitches.
Y'all need to get a woman co-host. That's what y'all need to do.
We heard that.
If she in a porn, we
So
can do this.
Neapolitan has 3 flavors. So
There's a cherry.
No,
on
we can
top.
have the sprinkles. She can sprinkle some extra flavor
the
in
spoon.
there. Yeah. The spoon. She the big spoon, a little spoon. What's going on?
Be what you want to be.
That's right, ladies. No limits. That's crazy. I didn't necessarily associate it with something like terribly bad. But I
Yeah.
guess that makes sense though, because I was gonna say like alcohol. That's a vice. Weed
It
is
is.
a vice.
It is.
I always thought it was just something that had a hold on you.
So I guess what
Okay.
we're asking
Like
is
a
like
vice,
I guess
like
like a
vice
guilty pleasure or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, not even guilty pleasure, just something that's maybe a little taboo to talk
Yeah.
about, but
There you go.
I think something that has a grip on you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and alcohol, drugs, and sex are probably the obvious ones, and even money. Like,
Yeah.
greed, yeah.
yeah. So maybe money's a vice for me. Or, you know.
Probably for all of us. I mean,
Yeah.
we all want money, right?
I wanna.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it.
But what makes
How
something
you
bad?
get
Like
it.
that's a point of view. I think. Like, how do you decipher what's good or bad?
It's interesting.
You know, it's a
Yeah.
thin line between like if I'm
Depends
someone
on
that's
what you do with what you have.
but who's judging it? Like, who's to say something you think is good is not bad to me?
Subjective.
It's
Yeah,
all
well,
subjective,
yeah,
but
but-
then that's what's
There's no right answer.
No, there's
there's not.
I would say it's more of a self-reflection if you view it as a vice. That's where it
like I
comes
know
in.
that you say to
if-
yourself,
if-
I
I
mean,
know
if you're
this
getting
ain't
dirty,
good
Like
for
I
me.
know I shouldn't be eating at like 10:30 at night on some snacks and shit, but I do it because I'm fucking hungry.
I think
You're laughing, but that's exactly what it's about.
But I think there's a fine line between eating a snack at 10:30 and being out doing coke off strippers' asses and shit.
In terms of it being,
still eat it.
you're right, but in terms of a vice off of self-reflection, I would say no. You shouldn't be doing it, but you're doing it.
Perspective.
It is. It's all perspective.
Yeah, obviously, there's higher well.
It depends.
Actually, if you eat enough, you get diabetes. You know, but like, I'm just saying, it's still, it's how you view it as that though. It could be. There's obviously deeper consequences to each vice.
This is very true.
So That's where I would.
That's the vice
He had
combo.
to sanitize after that combo.
This is holy water. It's not even,
He's gonna sprinkle that shit on us.
It is Sunday.
Lord's Day.
I keep everything in here, bro. I got lunch in here. I got keys.
You got a cross.
I got
in
my
there, too?
facial
Across.
my face treatment in here. Like my
Damn.
skincare. Yeah, bro.
Oh, you got.
This is all just marketing. I'm just trying to promote. I'm just trying to promote the bag.
You bought a bag and come with that.
Yeah, thanks.
A care package.
Yeah.
Word. So, just leading on to the next topic and shit. Like, this whole COVID thing has fucked up going out for a lot of people.
Yeah. Right.
Like, they're just doing stuff outside, quote unquote.
We outside.
Yeah. Ain't nobody outside. I mean, there's people outside.
Oh, they outside.
Yeah, they
I
outside.
see
They
it.
in people's house. I mean, they doing like house parties and shit.
Yeah.
Underground sex parties.
Unfortunately.
But I was thinking, this is something that came to my attention, or just that I thought of, but like house parties or just social gatherings, like with New Year's and stuff. Like we were chilling a little bit in your crib and stuff.
Under 10 people. We followed
Yeah,
responsibly.
Cuomo, you
We
heard
had
that?
the door open. we properly ventilated.
Probably.
Hopefully.
Probably.
Um, But it just got me like thinking and looking at the characters you see at a house party, and I just thought it was funny, and we ain't never talked about it. But now that house parties are more of a thing that we'll have to, I think it's gonna be a while before you see clubs, bars, things like that open at a capacity.
Here.
Yeah, here.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, if you go to Atlanta, I mean,
Houston, Florida.
Yeah, they
They're
ain't
chilling.
playing.
What the fuck is a COVID? When is it coming?
Yeah.
they don't give no fucks over there.
Yeah, fuck me.
But I just thought it was worth talking about, just like the ideas of a house party and just like who you see and like the etiquette of a house party.
That gives me anxiety, bro. I ain't been to a house party in so long.
Even like a gather, like
It's different when it's with family.
Right.
I ain't been to no gatherings like the homies. Like I've really been I've been in the crib, bro. Like maybe that's why I've been so productive. But I ain't been playing around with this COVID thing. So, there was even an interview I did, and they wanted me to come in. This was like earlier in COVID. And I'm like, yeah, just come in and we can. I was like, nah, like I can call in. I'm not gonna go in person.
damn.
And it was gonna be like my first radio thing.
Damn.
And they were like, yeah, we need you here. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going. So we didn't do it. It is what it is. But house party etiquette. I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm a boring dude.
Nah.
I can tell you the house parties from when I was younger, when we was
They haven't changed.
leaving. They changed a little bit. It wasn't. We not leaving jean stains on the walls no more because shorties.
I remember though.
Yeah.
The whole white wall be like a
Facts.
blue line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they were measuring midgets and shit.
Facts. You know how tall everybody was, how long they was touching, who they was dancing with, all of that.
Here's the bathroom.
Remember Wally's? On the wall. Like, hey.
Those are the parties I miss, but that shit, it gives me anxiety to even think about that now.
Yeah. Is it due to COVID or?
Because of COVID, yeah. Just like being that close to.
I miss, like, I love dance. Like me, I'm the kind of person that's always going to be the one dancing. Even if I'm the only one, I'm going to be the guy dancing, just having a good time, trying to make it fun for everybody else. And I miss that shit a lot because shit's gone. And I'm not playing no games. I'm not going to Florida or any other places. Or none of those house parties and shit like that.
It's gonna be the most interesting thing when we go back to normal.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be so blatantly obvious who's like the party animal, who's like the selective one sitting there, like just like in the corner and shit like that, just posted, being the observer, the people watcher.
I'm gonna, take
I
my time.
be people watching too. I usually start off as the people watcher.
Yeah.
But I feel you though, because I'm
gotta
still
feel the
scared.
vibes, though.
I'm still scared of this shit because like I haven't left my house since the start of COVID.
Yeah.
I'll probably go out once every 1-2 weeks just to get like groceries
Yeah.
or just to walk, get some
feel you.
air. Because being trapped in the house for that long is like. They fucks with your mental a lot. So like I would just go for walks, but other than that, I was locked in the house for like 4 months.
It's hard, bro. It's
Didn't
hard
do
to
anything. Play games. That's it.
It's hard to even think about when something like that will be normalized again.
Right.
I missed my Christmas with my family because I was doing the food drive. The food drive ended 2 days before Christmas, so I was we were handing out the food to the families and the
Right,
shelters and stuff like that. And I didn't have enough time to get tested between then and being with my family on Christmas Eve. Yeah. So I had to miss out with them. You know what I mean? And like, it was more for them. It was like, it's older people too. It's my, you know, I'm trying to look out for them. So
exactly.
It's just all these things we got to be conscious of now that we didn't have to be. And it's so like, we've been here for what? How long now? A little under a year.
It'll be a month and a half.
Month and a half in March. Yeah, March 13th.
Like 2 months from now.
I forget that I'm wearing a mask sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember first wearing this shit. I'm like, yo, I can't breathe in this shit.
Niggas is like, yo, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I can't. Yeah.
Then
you breathe, your air going right back into your face and shit. If you
Especially
try to wear glasses,
oh
my god, that shit fogs up. Like, it's the most uncomfortable shit ever. But then you get used to it. Then you think about it, like, yo, these nurses wear this shit 36 hours a day and shit.
So I think I'm gonna be patient. I think as far as house parties and things like that go, even when I start to make my way, that's a security guard. Yeah. Even when I start to make my way back into something more social like that, I'm gonna be definitely more of a people watcher.
Yeah. I'm definitely super careful with this shit too.
Fly on the wall type of situation.
There's the people out there right now that feel the opposite, that they feel like now that house parties is the only thing that they could kind of do at this moment, that they miss
versus
going
to the club and
they miss going out, they miss having fun, they miss having that energy,
shit.
So they feel like they'll do it at a house party. And
but people are throwing irresponsible house parties though. That's something.
47 people.
Strippers. 177.
I've seen so many strippers like at these. Like, where are they coming from?
Like small gatherings and house parties is two very
one
different
chick
things.
just shot right out. It was
shot out what?
Water. She put a water bottle in her shit, just squirted the shit out like a well.
Nah,
swear to God,
that's a super.
Why didn't you send that video?
You sent it?
I'm asking you. It probably got deleted quick.
I missed something. What?
All right, so I was on somebody's story. I forgot whose story it was. But they had like 3 strippers there. One stripper put like a candle, like a spark candle in her pussy and just lit it, and then it just said, "This is my favorite part," and then it just said, just shot sparks all over the place. Another chick put a water bottle, squished the water bottle into her pussy, and then she just squirted it out like a well.
Wait, time out. She had the water bottle in her pussy?
Like
then she took it out and then squirted the water out like a
She crushed the water bottle?
No, she squished it with her hand.
She put the water in herself.
Yeah.
And then squirted it out. So we had a firebender and a waterbender. Yeah. So who was the third one? Oh, that was them too. You had an earthbender?
Avatar strippers and shit.
Yo, that is wild. I missed that part of the conversation just now. I kind of zoned out.
He said, wait, you said what?
Yeah, you said somebody squirted like a whale.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's definitely spreading COVID. If you gotta cover your mouth, you gotta cover your pussy.
No, she had a mask on though.
On the pussy?
No. Yeah, I've been seeing some wild shit. I'm like, I don't want to be there. Fascinating show though, but I don't want to be there.
That must have been a lit ass house party.
I don't know if I would have wanted to be there.
It was a good show, but I don't want to be there.
Show goes on.
But no, I was about to say, like, I mean, just back to like, all right, so let's talk about responsible gathering etiquette. Yeah. What do you feel like you got to bring when you show up somewhere? If you gotta, do you feel like
where are we showing up?
A friend invites you to a responsible social gathering of less than 10 people, sitting more than 6 feet apart from each other.
Okay.
They said there will be libations here. I'd appreciate it if you bring something. What are you bringing?
I'll go first. A bottle.
Oh,
but they're already libations.
Whiskey, because so I can drink it.
Do you bring what you're drinking or what the person likes?
Both.
So you bring 2 bottles. What do they like tequila?
Oh.
We'll make a compromise.
What's the compromise?
Both.
Okay.
I'll acknowledge. Yeah, it depends on whose house I'm going to. It's always gonna come down to the host, though.
Yeah.
It would never come down to who I know is there.
Yeah.
I'll bring myself.
Wow.
That's it?
What else I need to bring?
You're not gonna bring
Your
a drink?
present?
Nigga, I'm the life of the party. Nah, yeah. I bring Uno, nigga. We playing Uno. I'm busting ass.
So you bring something that everybody can participate in, like a
Uno.
fun thing. That's dope.
For real, Uno.
I'll say pie.
Oh.
Yeah. Some type of pie.
Like homemade?
Nah, I don't bake. I got a homie who bakes. She got her own Apple, well, just pie company in general. Avery Apple Co.
bad.
Based in the Bronx. She's fire. She's a fire human being. Fire family.
Fire apples.
Everything she makes is amazing.
Look, we gotta check that.
Yeah, so I would probably hit up Avery Apple Co. Get myself a nice apple pie, pecan pie. Yeah,
I fuck with that.
Yeah, facts. Who don't like pie? That's how I feel.
I like pie a little bit. I like pizza pie the most though. You know what? I don't. If I'm being honest, I don't really eat sweets. Like it's been years since I actually like legit ate sweets. Like I had a donut recently.
That always breaks my heart when people say that, bro.
Yeah. I don't really eat sweets.
You a big sweets person?
Yeah, I want some now. We talking about it. I'm like, as soon as this shit over, go get some pie.
Yeah.
Hit up Comfortland.
Yeah, I remember when The Rock was like the
Hit
pie
up
guy.
Comforland up the block.
Okay, look, see, he just plugged me. There you
Yeah,
go.
they big on
That shit
sweets.
is fire.
What about you? What you bringing?
I'm probably bringing
Condoms.
use those. I'm probably bringing a bottle of whatever I know the person likes. Just as a respect for them hosting me. So I'll usually ask them like, "Yo, what do you?"
So it's more of a thank you for hosting me.
Yeah, thank
it's
you
not
for
like
inviting me. Thank you for like allowing me here. Like, good looks.
I think the gift says something about the person though, because like he wanted to bring something. Like I want to bring something that I will be the Uno guy. Everybody will know that I brought something that we could all have fun doing.
Right.
He was like, I'm bringing something so I can drink, and I'm bringing something for everybody else to drink. You were just like, no, this is a symbol of my gratitude.
Damn.
I said food. I said pie. I was like, here's something that everybody can take a slice of.
Yeah.
A piece of the pie. Yeah.
Maybe it says a lot about our character.
There's always gonna be that person that takes advantage of all that shit.
Like I told you, I know homie who will come to the party, bring a bottle, leave with 3. I'm like,
Yeah.
Wait. Nah. Leave with 3.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Nah.
So y'all using this?
Nah, that's
A douchebag.
nah. Wait. Can
A douchebag.
oh shit.
Douchebag.
That's it. Keep
That's
going.
it. No, it's good.
Oh, all right. Can you take back what you bring?
Well, it happened to him. He brought the Henny.
You brought something to a party and they wasn't jacking it, so you was just like, I'm gonna take my shit home then.
No, not me.
Oh, okay. Somebody at a function. He was
I
at.
would not do that.
Okay.
The one I hosted.
You hosted. So you hosted a function. Somebody pulled up with a Henny and was like, "What? Did people just not drink the Henny, or was he just like, nah?"
No, we were drinking it.
And said even if it doesn't finish, because I did state that I wasn't gonna drink it because I don't drink Henny. I don't like Henny. I was more of a bourbon person.
And
But-
the black community is not gonna fuck with you.
They already don't. But nah, and then he was like, "All right, well, it's gonna be yours anyway," and then it wasn't.
But leaving with 3 is crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You just take everything that's
You
left.
only got what? So he had a duffle bag. You can't carry
A
3
duffel
bottles
bag in a car.
comfortably. Okay.
Like a backpack in a car. So
a backpack?
It was
Yeah.
like this.
Nah, so that's a bad look.
and then he was like, "Yo, look at my bar section. It's just like mad bottles." I'm like, "Yo."
Nah, that's dirty, man. And it's all half drank, and you know you ain't buy it. Nah, that's dirty.
He's a collector.
Nah, it's not a collector. That's
Shout
a
out to
crook.
you if you watching. Listening, yeah.
Nah, I couldn't do that, bro. If I bring it, it's yours. Like,
That's- yeah,
even if
that's-
no one touched it, like,
It's bad etiquette.
It's the
man.
new version of the hunter-gatherer.
yeah.
Back in the day. Remember
Hey,
that
you
from your
pull-
textbooks?
He said you pull
I probably
up.
slept.
He said, "Yo, them bottles is half full. I'm about to throw my party tomorrow." Nah, that's crazy, son.
Yeah, man.
My favorite character at every house party is the one that tries to get all the pussy. And just tries
Like it's
every-
going
You?
like. But there's levels to that. There's like the dude who's like
Thirsty.
I don't have shame, bro. I'm not leaving here dolo. Like y'all can laugh. The dudes can laugh at me. The girls can laugh at me. But I'm gonna get one of y'all. Like, yeah, that's
I'm gonna get ya.
that's creepy, man.
I remember
OD
one
creepy.
time.
Yeah.
Speaking of the guy always trying to get the pussy, it was one time. Randy, RVD, and a couple homies threw a party. Relax. I didn't even say it yet.
He's the king of doing that
Yeah,
shit.
RVD and a
Never let
couple
you
of
finish
homies.
the
They
point.
threw a party on like 50-something street, and it's a nice little venue. It's like on like the 20th floor or some shit like that. There was this one guy that was fucking a whole woman right there on the dance floor, just smashing the shit out of her. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Like penetration?
Full penetration. And then it was like right
I've
by
seen
this
that
wall.
before.
Standing up or on the floor?
Standing up. No, he laying down on the floor in the middle of the dance floor. You're wild.
I seen that before.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, this shit is wild. And then I'm like, yo, the homie, I ain't gonna say his name, but one of the homies, I'm like, yo,
Ain't that
they
man's?
fucking right there. It's like, yeah.
That's man's.
Yo, that's your backpack. They right fucking over.
Oh.
Fucking over.
See, like ball sweat dripping down.
Nah,
on it?
that's not. So you gonna get it? That's your bag, homie. Like,
How you going?
Yo,
like,
yo,
I don't even know what you did.
Yo, my fault, boss. Let me get
That shit was
Let me
wild.
get right past you real quick.
That shit was wild. I'm like, yo, this shit is too much for me.
I was hoping to send this podcast to my mom.
Oh shit!
It's over. It's all
Yeah.
good. Sorry, mom. I probably still send it to her though.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's cool. She down. She the homie. That's wild though. I definitely seen two people.
Yeah.
I seen two people fuck at a party before.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finish and just be like, yo, let's go
Oh.
get drinks. Like, go to the bar after. Like,
And finish.
yeah.
Damn.
I say finish like it wasn't like they got some strokes, song ended, and they put their thing back up. Like,
Oh, they walked over without pulling the thing up.
no. But they was going for like long enough that it was like, no, y'all had sex.
Someone got a nut.
Yeah, y'all finished having sex
Oh,
and continued the party. Like,
That's wild.
yeah.
Not even in the bathroom and nothing. Just
Nah, it was a packed party. Real packed party.
that's bold.
Only a few people probably knew it was happening, to be honest. If he was
That's
right next
crazy.
to them.
That was a lit party.
A different type of
I
party.
don't want to be there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
That's a little too much for me.
It's interesting.
You walk up. Yo, that's you.
Man, that's what. Yeah, that's crazy. That sounds like one of them dancing bear shits.
Oh nah.
I was gonna say it was like what was it? Not Dare Dorm, but
Yeah, that too. All them
That
shits
shit's
is wild.
unscripted,
It's scripted though. but
No, I know,
them shits
yeah.
is wild.
Anyway.
You're trying to shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Let's shift to the big news from the week then. Because that shit was crazy. if y'all been tuned into anything, pretty much anywhere.
you don't live under a rock.
Have y'all all seen everything that went and took place at the Capitol building in Washington this week?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Mind blowing.
It's still a little surreal to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that
I
shit
can't believe that shit at all.
actually happened.
What's surreal about it to you?
You know what's crazy? I'm not surprised by it. Because in a way, it confirmed a lot of the things that I had in my mind. I'm just shocked to see it so straightforward.
I was gonna say blatantly
Yeah,
obvious.
just blatantly obvious, like you are living in a world that does not cater to you.
Shit is divided.
I think it's more than divided, but it was just like I haven't seen a contrast to just two different situations, and this has probably just been going on for more than the past the year, probably the last 12 months. If you go back and look at everything that we've seen and gone through in the past year, going back to the whole George Floyd shit and just everything we've seen really around that time with everything that's gone on, it's almost like the universe has just been smacking you, just pistol whipping you over the head.
Yeah.
You still don't get it. What else you need to see to get it?
Trying to rob me.
Yeah.
Don't try to rob me.
So you say you got lunch in there? But I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like someone is saying I'm not hiding it no more. I don't know what else I gotta show you, tell you, do. This is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked that people deny it, don't see it, have something to say about it that's not just either, all right, my suspicions and my feelings have been confirmed all these years, or maybe I didn't see it this way, but now I do.
Well,
and
yeah, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
yeah, no, that's basically my point. That just because this is something I've kind of known in my gut feeling, is a thing in the world. As a minority living in this country, it's just personally, I've been blessed to not have too many personal instincts where I've been targeted, but I started to think more of how it affects other people, and with how I vote how I look at things, how other things affect people, and it's just like, all right, I see the bigger picture. I've been blessed to not have to deal with it or feel like I've been in a situation like that, but it's a very real situation that I could find myself in, and that exists, and it's just kind of crazy to see it play out right in front of you. I don't know if y'all feel the same way.
It's I guess it was shocking, but also not. It was shocking for a very short moment. Like, wow, I guess this is, like, I guess that's actually happening right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, that makes sense. I think that the storming of the Capitol building being so close timeline-wise in proximity to the BLM riots that were last year, that I think that's what, like, that contrast makes it so stark.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, if you've been tapped in, if you know how the world works, it wasn't really a surprising moment in history. It was a moment in history, that we're gonna remember. This is something that will be written in textbooks that we lived through. You know what I mean? But I hope that more people learn from it than they were devastated by it.
You're right, because that's where I was coming from with it, and like, I have multiple takes on it, like in different aspects. To just follow up from your point on, especially comparing it to what happened over the summer, what more evidence do people need to see this shit? There's no way in my mind. Like, how could you have let something like this happen? After what we all went through, they knew the protest was going to be there. Granted, did they really think they weren't going to actually do anything? Or, like, they knew and they just didn't give a shit? Like, where is the logical reasoning? And how do you still... There's, like, this is probably within the top 10 what should be or what would thought to be most, like, heavily guarded places in the country. Yeah. Like, you have the White House is obviously numero uno, and then you have a couple of historical landmarks. That's gotta be top 10, maybe top 5.
Yeah,
and just what you would have thought. Like, I got the impression, like, because you go to D.C., you go to the White House, right? Or you have to, like, whatever. If you go to, like, the White House fence, right, where the yard is, like, you hop the fence, it's on site. You got, like, sniper up there on that roof is gonna pop your head off, right? Yeah. That's what I would have thought.
How much do snipers make a year?
It depends, probably, but like, yeah, I don't know, but that's not one of my perspectives that I'm getting out of this stuff. But like, yeah, like, that's my initial. The fact that they had enough balls to go and do that makes you just go and show. The fact that they were able to pull that off is entitlement to the fucking max. Yeah. And then people like are like, it's not entitlement, it's whiteness. Then they all just coming up with different terms. No, you're laughing, but like,
I'm laughing because it's crazy.
Look, I don't want to sit here and create more disagreements because that's not what we need right now.
Right.
In terms of if you're going to go and talk a definition and this and that, that's not what we should be arguing right now. Like, in terms of definitions. Right. Like, let's talk about reality here. That's my take. That's one take. Second take is just like, this is how fucked up we are of a society.
Yeah,
and then like how the fact that you could even like part of me, there's the argument that you shouldn't compare it to the Black Lives Matter because it's a whole totally different message behind it. Granted, we've talked about the looting and the shit like that, and we never condoned that. But there's certain aspects of it that's a little bit more understandable than others. But I still,
I don't agree with the looting.
We still didn't agree with it. Fine. This shit, nah. There's no way you can if you are a logical and moral person, you should not be able to sit there and defend what happened
at all.
And this does not have anything to do with race or any. This is just morals and just what we should stand for in terms of mental security and just our country. It's just not what we in democracy like, you're gonna challenge that. It's just fucked up. And like, what more does it take? What more does it take at this point that you need to see how fucked up? And I'm not gonna, like, you could be a Republican, you could disagree on like policy and how you think maybe like the economy should run. That's one thing, and I could respect that. You could have an argument about that all day. Because there is no right answer in this world on how the country should be ran. There isn't. We haven't. We're far
Pretty
from
subjective.
Yeah, but we're in capitalism. We haven't figured out a perfect way to run our country. We're nowhere near it. We probably never will. So. You can't be capitalist.
We are very far from it. Yes, though I will say.
So, but there's a line in terms of where you can disagree and like agree and disagree. You come on, son.
But the only thing I will say is that I'm glad that what happened over this past weekend, because I think it painted a vivid enough picture that I know a lot of people who weren't listening are definitely a little bit more prone to listen now.
You said,
however, is it everybody? Is it the thing that's going to take us over the edge to start going in the other direction? No, it's not. But it does make an ass example out of Donald Trump's presidency, which was already a joke.
Yeah.
But now, hopefully, we will never bring somebody like that back into an office.
I saw somebody ask this. I forgot on what channel, what news, or where I saw this. But somebody asked if we think... They basically asked the other person and said, do you think that this is the end of something? Or do you think this is the beginning of something?
Good question.
Oh, man. I hope
do you think this is the end of like the Trumpism and this division, or do you think this was the first, like, this is probably in the grand scheme of the war, basically, if you look at the division in this country.
I really gotta take a piss right now, but I don't feel like getting up.
Go so you can come back.
So what are you telling us? You about to piss there? Or?
I think we're in the middle of it.
In the middle.
Yeah, I don't think we're in the beginning of something or in the end of something.
You think this is like?
I think it's just another thing. Yeah, before it was hosing down black people in the street, and now it's storming the Capitol. Like, it's just another chapter that I hope we can learn as much as we can from. You know what I'm saying? But that's my perspective on it.
I don't know if you're asking in terms of immediate chain reactions to this. Like, what if we're just going to continue to, like within the next 2-3 months, see more radical shit happen? I don't know about that. I don't know.
I'm concerned about the 20th.
I hope. I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of an eventual scene of radicalism where you could see another. Yeah, this legit. I saw the memes too. This legit reminded me a little bit of like when in Modern Warfare 3 campaign mode when the White House was burning and shit like that. So,
yeah,
like it's weird that came to that far end of a like incident, but it just gave me like shades of that. But I hope not. But I wouldn't be surprised if now people gain more like those radicals become more confident that they could pull more shit off like this.
100%, bro.
So that's 100%. Where I could see this be the beginning. But I hope and I don't think, but I'm wrong on so much shit. I don't see another. I mean, we'll see in 10 days from now on Inauguration Day. He's not going to be there. I don't think anything's going to happen. But
I wouldn't put it past.
I wouldn't. You're right. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic and say I don't think anything.
At least not that bad.
Yeah, but the part of the good the side I see, as I have seen some people on the right have some people, and probably not enough, and that's the problem here. Some people, some of the Republicans that have previously supported Trump, voted for Trump, have condemned this. I will say there are people. There has not been enough.
Not even close.
It's not enough. And those are the people that we really need to touch and we really need to affect and be aware. That's who we really need to change. And it's going to be even harder than ever to do that.
I just think it's crazy. There's niggas that really died for this nigga Trump.
Like, they're being called patriots.
They're pawns.
That shit is fucking crazy. And these fucking patriots and Proud Boys, these bitch ass motherfuckers, it's like,
Jesus, nothing Christ. Subtle. Jesus,
they're terrorists.
Yeah, they're terrorists.
It's not activism. It was terrorism. That was an act of terrorism.
What blows my mind and what bothers me the most about this whole thing is the rhetoric behind all of it.
Yeah,
you called them terrorists.
Domestic terrorism is what
How
that
often
was.
do you see anything that white people do? He'll be right back. Don't worry. He's peeing.
Security guards.
Yeah. But you see whenever if it was us that stormed,
Oh, it's over.
stormed
It's
the
over.
White House, like especially me, like you can't tell sometimes if I'm like Arab or I'm Dominican. Like you say, oh, I don't know if he's illegal or if he's a terrorist. Like, but you know what I'm saying? We'd get those labels of thug, terrorists, hoodlums, whatever the fuck you want to call us.
Right.
When it's white people, you don't associate. They don't ever associate these words with them. They're never called terrorists. They're never called thugs, vandals, hoodlums,
Murderers and shit.
No,
like the nigga who Kenosha. He was in a bar chilling with the shirt that said "free as fuck," drinking beer.
And he's underage.
Underage. 18 years old
Don't
or some
leave
shit
that
like
out.
that. Yeah, 18 years old chilling in a bar.
Like I
This
just
nigga's a
don't,
murderer.
I just don't understand how people could be so like cannot see it and and you know and think stuff like this. And there's how many people voted for this motherfucker? 75 million people.
Too many.
Too many, and they got kids.
And a large amount of
they got,
kinds.
and they got
Spanish
kids
people.
that would have voted. Yeah, man, don't get me started on Latinos for Trump, man. But they got kids that would have voted for him if they could. You know what I'm saying? There's more people that feel the same way, and you know, and I think that we live in New York, and we you know, we're not in a place. We're blessed to have a place with such diversity. Like even at this table, like you know, that's the whole concept of our podcast and shit like that. But there's people in all these states and all these places that have never had contact with any sort of other beings outside of just whiteness. You know what I'm saying?
And otherness otherness brings hysteria and fear, and I think people are often scared of things they don't understand or don't try to understand.
Yep.
People who grow up in small towns where they're only used to seeing people that look exactly like them.
Yep.
Often when they are confronted with somebody else from a different culture, different physical appearance, their first reaction is fear because they don't understand it, but they also don't take the steps to try to understand that it's actually not that much to wrap your head around. There's just different types of people in the world, and you respect them for who they are as long as they're not impeding on your ability to exist in whatever skin you're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just not the history that we have to look back on. We have very ugly history to look back on. So I think people are scared of what they don't understand, period.
Fear of the unknown.
It was a very wild moment in history.
It was.
Yeah. It
Like,
was.
They did that storm the Capitol building. They
Right.
were in.
What was their goal though? Like to get there and do what?
What were they gonna expect to happen?
Yeah,
Like,
I thought they were
know-
trying to take the votes or some shit.
And then do what?
Burn them or some shit.
Because they're physical votes.
Yeah.
I would say I could think what they wanted to create fear
Yeah.
is definitely I think one of the
But-
main motives.
But you know what's crazy too? History repeats itself, and it's something that I'm starting to see more and more of because we grew up learning about like the civil rights movement and all that. We kind of think that was a really long time ago, and I think I said it on the podcast before. But like my mom was alive when Martin Luther King got shot. You know what I'm saying? It's not that long ago where you know they had similar riots and similar things that they did when segregation ended, and they had to start going to school with black children. There was riots when they brought little black girls to the white schools,
Right.
where they were threatening people, looting shit, burning stuff. They've burned whole towns before. If you look at what happened with Black Wall Street and that whole thing, this isn't new. This has always happened. It's a cycle that repeats itself.
Different forms of the same
Yeah,
type
it's
of
this.
hate.
Anytime that this sort of white supremacy gets challenged now, where they're saying there were Nazi flags at this shit, there were like Holocaust
Confederate
survival
flag.
shirts, Confederate flags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were there, and it's the same beliefs that they have. That shit has never left, and that's the scary part, because we, like I said, we live in New York. Like we're not privy to seeing those things all the time.
Yeah.
No.
They do believe absolution is purity for whatever reason, but it does not
No,
have
they
to
just don't
always-
want their like.
They've had a good life, and they don't want that shit
that's
to
really
change. It's simple.
That's exactly what it really is.
Like, damn, like, yo, this shit is lit. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
give it up.
They
And
want
I
to
don't
have the control. They want nah.
Fuck
they
that.
don't believe in fairness. They
There's no rules to this shit.
Yeah.
There's no rules to anything.
Shit, Fortunately, majority of them all getting locked up because these fucks didn't wear a mask like they were supposed to. Now they all getting identified and getting got. Get fucked.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. I don't want to. How many people died there? 4 people.
Now
For the Proud Boys.
And then one cop.
One cop who got beat over the head with a fire extinguisher, which is crazy.
Fuck.
Lady who got shot by the police. Too.
Yeah, she got shot by the police.
Shot and killed.
And these are from the people. These are from the people that were holding up Blue Lives Matter flags and shit like that. Yeah, it goes to show you how honest their message really is.
They don't give a fuck about
No,
any lives
they don't.
but their
The
own.
one thing that made me feel relieved is like this wasn't about black people really. Like, well, it kind of ties it into it a little bit.
It was from the hate of it.
But yeah,
the first message of it.
Yeah, it's like, all right,
this
this isn't a major thing where another black person got killed. So I was like, all right, I was kind of relieved about that. But then when you see what the fuck is going on, like,
It's just crazy because I know if the roles were flipped, like if it was
It's
all
over.
5 of us, like let's say the
Grenade.
5 of us went.
The roles were flipped. They were flipped last year
Yeah.
when George Floyd died,
Exactly.
and we were marching
that shit
for
was too much.
Elijah McClain and Breonna Taylor. When we were marching for all that stuff, the roles were flipped, bro. You saw the police response was military level,
Right.
compared
Off
to
rip.
videos of White House security opening gates
escorting
for
them,
white
pointing them in the right
extremists.
direction.
Yeah.
to walk through. So the message is to learn.
And then seeing the cop pose in pictures with some of these
Yeah.
motherfuckers taking selfies.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Twisted mentality, son.
Yeah.
Twisted.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the last we'll see of it, sadly.
Nah.
We live in a world.
That's what I'm concerned about the 20th inauguration. I'm concerned what's gonna happen during or after that shit.
Yeah.
Cause it's gonna be some crazy shit going on and shit.
Yeah. And just one last thing. Shut the fuck up about Antifa. Like,
What's Antifa?
they blame Antifa for everything.
It's an anti-fascist establishment.
It's basically the
It's
definition
basically
of
like-
it is like the radical left is going in there and promoting like the violence, and then it was the same thing for the Black Lives Matter movement. It's the radical left. It's the radical left. No, first of all, you saw the pictures.
Yeah.
Like, you saw what they were holding up. They were about that same message that this fucker was promoting.
Yeah.
So stop the bullshit. If you don't believe that bullshit, whoever is listening, don't believe that stupid shit. Come on, you see it with your own eyes. Believe your own eyes. Like
That black guy that was with them too was a whole sellout.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need.
Yeah, fuck that whole shit.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah, fuck all of them. I have nothing nice to say about you if you was over there. Fuck you. They should have let one off on one of them just to send a message, but
I don't even want to agree with that slightly.
Yeah, that's what I ain't on who.
nah, you should have.
But I understand.
Hey, that's
Send
I
a
didn't think they were
message.
gonna shoot.
I
the
understand
kill.
where it comes from, but
Like, they blasted Shorty. As soon as she climbed through the window, blow. I'm like, damn, I didn't think they would kill her.
It would be nice if we could live in a society where you could peacefully protest. And
We don't.
Not.
Man.
I know we don't, but I'm just saying.
That's
like,
a utopia. We'll never get there.
I get it, but
yeah.
look.
Yeah, we can go to scoops then.
All right.
Who wants to go
I'll
first?
go first.
You got one?
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
This is 3 scoops.
yeah.
4 scoops, I guess.
4
Go
scoops.
for it.
Yeah.
We got the 4.
Extra
For me, I was just gonna say my scoop this time will be learning to appreciate the beauty of taking L's. Like, I hate losing. I'm pretty sure we all do. We don't like taking losses. We don't like losing at all. Some people could be sore losing and shit like that. But for me, I'm the kind of person, like, when I lose, I use that to learn from it so I can bounce back and come back even harder. Like, one prime example is when I play video games. I could lose to a nigga 100 times. But I'll keep playing and playing this nigga until I learn, all right, this is what I need to do to beat this nigga.
It's like Jacob and Madden.
It's like Jacob and Madden. Nah. It's like you in fantasy football.
He's not gonna stop looking at me now.
It's like you in fantasy football. You took L's for how many years?
10.
10 years straight, and you finally won.
You heard that, Jacob?
That's beauty. Now you getting your money. Now you getting your money. You the champion and shit. Now it's beauty in taking L's. I hope you learn
He
and
hates
then
when you
get
brought
lucky.
that up right now.
It's a good example.
All right.
So yeah, I've always learned to appreciate the L's that I take. Like, it's not the worst. It's not the end of the world.
That's
Like,
a good
I
one.
hate the feeling of losing because I'm so competitive that when I play something or if I'm in something, I'm in it to win. Like, I'm trying to go
That's
for
a good
gold.
one. That's a
So
good
like,
one.
when I lose,
The L stands for lesson, not loss.
Yeah, you heard that?
There you go. It's a bar.
I ain't lose.
All right, so now scoop over.
All right,
Who's next?
Pause. I'm gonna piggyback off of that, but my message for 2021. I got this last night. We got to stop fronting in 2021.
Stop fronting.
Last night I was on my way home from the east side.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
I was on 14th Street, and I was walking to the train, and I saw somebody posing and taking pictures in front of like a Benz or some shit.
I thought you were talking about the people under the Wall Street bull testicle.
Oh no, not them. No, not them. That's just dumb. But I saw someone taking pictures in front of a Benz. They looked pretty like fly. They had a nice coat.
She's eating something.
She's in her own jacket. Yeah. I saw someone posing in front of a Benz taking pictures. They had like a nice little outfit on.
It wasn't their Benz?
So I went in the train, and then I'm waiting for the train, and then lo and behold, I see the dude that was posing taking pictures in front of the Benz come in the train station with me.
Oh shit! You got his Tinder profile pic. He good.
I'm talking like full on like photo shoot, like he was flexing, like just like looking at a watch, leaning on this shit, door open, like like a full shit, like
door open,
like I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do.
Make sure you catch the logo.
Probably, like flexing, like you could tell what the objective was. There's probably gonna be
trying to flaunt some bullshit.
And I could respect a nice picture. Like I get maybe it's a nice background. Let me get a picture. It looks cool. But I know damn well he's about to put a picture up on Instagram and be like, yo, mayonnaise colored Benz, I push Miracle Whips. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he's about to like get it off like he's living a lifestyle. But we took the train together.
We gotta talk about the caption.
He went back uptown with me. You know what I'm saying?
You should tell them nice Benz.
Well, you know what I'm like? Why are we still why do people still do this?
Yeah.
Why? Well, what do you?
There's a lot of reasons. We compare ourselves to others. We look to others for validation of who we are. We get our confidence from how others view us. So we use fake things to prop ourselves up, things we don't have.
Fake it till you make it. That's
what I mean. So shout out to you. I hope you watching, listening. You know what I mean. I hope your Benz is safe.
Okay. So tires get slashed.
All right.
Damn. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like what benefit do you get from taking a picture of the Benz and then you got to ask me for a swipe on the metro? I mean, on the train. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he did that?
No, he didn't ask for it. I'm saying, but those are the type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you get some likes. That's it.
Yeah, you want to get some likes, but you don't want to spend $275 or whatever it is for a swipe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to talk about the value of a like one of these times because people view this like Instagram shit way differently. Like some people think it's like actual weight in a like. And others like me, I think I could just like a pic just so I can show y'all like I acknowledge the shit. Don't send this shit to me. That's literally why I like some of the shit I've seen. Like I've seen it.
I acknowledge it. Don't send it to me.
Yeah, don't put this in a group chat. I've seen it already. Don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. But other people like, oh, I can't believe you like this person's picture. How dare you?
Because I don't fuck with them. A like is now social like currency.
Yeah,
social currency.
It's deep too.
Because it's validating. Whatever the thing you're liking is validating its existence.
Right.
Not only to them, but to everybody who follows them and everyone who follows you.
Right.
So it's like, wow, like Joe liked my photo and all of homegirl, all her friends are like, wow, Joe liked homegirl's photo.
Right.
And then your homeboys is like, damn, bro, you liked her photo. And now there's all these opinions on the fact that you double tapped on somebody's photo.
It literally takes a half a second.
Takes half a second.
I gotta go boom, just keep scrolling.
But they say, damn, that must mean that he's jacking her. That must, damn, I wonder if he fucked her. Damn, I wonder if, you know what I'm saying? So
it creates a whole bunch of different narratives.
Yeah.
Off a double tap.
Yeah.
I'm saying that weight that it holds is crazy.
But yeah, I feel you. I didn't mean to crazy. Scoop.
No, that's perfect. Right. Good shit.
Wait, what? That's not your scoop, is it?
No,
he was doing
it. Save my bullshit for last. I'm like, no, damn. So mine is completely random, and it's just one of those like grinding my gears, deep, unnecessary thoughts.
Oh, here we go. 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Not at all. No, hopefully not. Jeez, I don't know where this would go.
All right, let's go.
But so like, you ever like wonder like we've kind of talked about like unnecessary ass limitations and shit like that, right? Why the fuck? Who decided out of the English language that in order to use the letter Q, a U had to come after it? Why is that the only like?
I was wondering that too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, hold up here. Like, why is that the only shit that we have? Like that's like the unnecessary ass limitation that we have in our lives.
I don't know.
No, there's a lot.
That doesn't. What sense does it make?
The English language doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah,
Why are K's silent?
It is phonetically
K's
broken.
are silent?
Why?
Like
knife,
known and knife, yeah. But like,
why is goose geese but moose ain't meat?
this is a part of.
You know what?
This goes into. It's a deep thought here, but this is like the small little things where it could be government trying to slightly discipline you. Look. If you can't get this right, get the fuck out of here. You're not doing it. I'm saying, look, am I wrong here?
I don't know this.
Why would you create the fact that you have to use a U after Q?
I don't think it was to control people.
Why do it?
I don't know.
Why do it?
It probably has something to do with phonetics. If we're being honest, it's all phonetics.
It's all phonetics. The English language is a phonetically broken language.
Yes.
Tarnished language.
But it's made up.
All language is made up.
Okay, exactly. But like, why?
I understand your pain. I'm just saying I don't think it's a government program.
Nah, man.
Conspiracy. This nigga's on Reddit.
This
This is definitely gonna go longer than he intended.
But like, why even make those limitations? Why is it?
I don't know, nigga.
I think there's an elitism in it.
Oh,
wow. Why else? I know it's like an extreme here, but why even create those restrictions?
Here's the thing, though. How often do we follow these restrictions and limitations?
I make sure that I'm not going to make up words in my like work email and be like, or type in slang or like text talk in my work email. Like that.
So does it blow yours that you have to spell quiet with QU?
No, it's just like why was that? I've always wondered why that was ever created. Like why was that rule
language created?
Why was that rule created that you have to follow that? Like why couldn't there be a word that QA?
What would it sound like?
I guess like a K in a way, but like
there's a letter for that.
But all right, but there's many like C could sound like you could also pronounce it differently. I don't know. Like
the letter X can sound like the letter Z.
There's a lot of ways that could the same things could sound. An F and a PH. Why spell things with a PH when you could just use the letter F, right?
He's really upset about that.
Yeah.
I'm not upset. That's not like where I'm coming from with this. It's just that it's just one of those deep dives that you like people wonder about. And again, this is really a rabbit hole deep conspiracy theory, but like you wonder where your trust is in terms of society.
What?
In terms of but look, like that's how people wonder. People complained about the Electoral College and shit like that.
The Electoral College,
because look, Electoral College was put in place because government does not have faith in the people. Right? That's really the reason why. That's okay. A fact.
I don't know if that's a fact. But
it is a fact. You look it up.
That's what it says in the
the initial reason why the Electoral College was put in place is because ultimately government didn't have the ultimate faith of the people. That's why the popular vote wasn't the ultimate decider.
Okay.
They thought there was too many uneducated people that would have the same influence as those that were educated. This is all in quotes. But anyways,
not a fact, but continue.
I mean, all right.
Just continue.
Go ahead. But anyways, like you wonder where your belief is in government and how they're going to look after you. It's never going to be there
because of letters.
Yes.
All right, nigga, you got it.
Look, man, I don't trust the government either. I don't think they fuck with us like that. But I don't think they work
because of letters, alphabet.
It's not the sole reason, but I'm just saying those are one of the little things that where they try and get you to understand.
So basically,
discipline.
Everybody who had alphabet is brainwashed.
It gets you to understand discipline of it. Like math is all nothing but just like critical thinking, right?
Okay.
In a way,
That's like the universal language as well. Numbers.
In order to speak proper English,
What is proper?
Spelling
stuff that's
Q with
real
the
words,
quiet
I
with the
guess,
Q.
or whatever. Like,
Why? It goes back to judgment, right? What is to say something like dead ass isn't a real word?
That's a term.
It's a term. It's language to us.
Yeah, but it's not under. Again, this. But
Fuck Webster.
you're only supporting my opinion.
What's your opinion?
Is
You don't,
that-
because you haven't formed an opinion.
Yeah, you
yet.
kind of didn't. You just questioned.
You've just been blurting out shit, saying a bunch
I just
of.
wonder
What's the actual scoop?
Yeah, like what?
What? What?
You
I have not gotten my message across in everything
Not
that
really.
I said.
I'm confused.
You haven't made a point.
That's-
You've been saying a lot of shit.
You
I think I just tune out of my
no.
conversation. No.
Is it
I'm
that
in-
the government's trying to control us with alphabets?
Not. I think in a way, yes.
So that's
but
the
like
scoop.
in a way, it like it. My scoop was that if those who didn't have faith in the government, like, that they would look after them. It's the small little things that you were taught when you were little in terms of limitations that they try and put you in place with.
Yes, our education system is fucked. They try to teach
So-
you.
All right, you're
don't teach
you're
it
still
right.
saying I'm not making a point here. This is my point.
You didn't say that. I said it for you.
No, you didn't.
I just said our education system is fucked.
You
Those words did not come
All right,
out of
but
your
but
mouth.
It's the same message.
No, it's not.
It is.
No. You were saying
Yes.
that our government is trying to
Trying to
control
mind
us
control
by
us.
trying to tell us how to spell things.
How to
When was the
spell
last
quiet.
time you think Future wrote an email saying regards or some shit? I don't know.
Might have.
Regards, future.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when we text, we say shit like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? That's not in the dictionary. We all know
yo,
what it means.
simple as yo.
Yeah, this slang was created for shortcuts and also probably just.
But it's
like-
also how we talk. And it's
That's
also
true, but-
used to validate certain things.
I don't know about.
It is.
I don't know about that, but
It's used in
don't know.
validity.
in terms of what?
How cool you are, to be honest. Or how
Wait,
good you
what?
are.
I'm confused.
Like lingo and slang and shit like that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
A measure
you
of
could-
how hip you are.
yeah, like a measure of like
Yeah.
you didn't know what the butters were. I mean,
The butters?
All right,
the butters.
You know what the butters is?
no. I guess I'm not cool.
There you go.
Anyways, do you not?
Not the
do you
youngest.
still not know my point?
Oh, I get it.
Oh.
You think they're trying to mind control us?
And they start at a young age by trying to teach you the proper
Okay,
English
that
language.
was it right there. So at a young age, you feel like they are starting to try to control us through things even as
Simple as language.
Things that probably you
letters.
would normally expect.
I still can't spell.
That's my point. I told you my shit is random. And
That was
random.
funny, though.
I
I'm not
warned
gonna lie.
it.
That shit was not quick.
That shit is not-
so I'm
I
following,
tried, but then you. It was. I'm not gonna prolong it even longer.
You
Let
could have
him-
said it.
So I'm following
I'm not
up.
gonna lie. I think the government trying to control us with
For QU?
alphabets and
It's
shit.
my point is that it's the little things that you don't notice.
It's over for any nigga who ate alphabet soup, nigga. It's over. They got us.
So I'm following up. Not all losses. You should take your losses in stride.
Right.
Yeah.
And what was your scoop?
My scoop was that you need to stop fronting in 2021 and be honest with yourself.
And your scoop was
I have to
Mind control.
repeat it, really?
just concisely.
See, but here's the thing. If you had a scoop, you could have said it right now. If you had a point, this is where you say the point.
I was saying how it's the little things that the government do to control you.
Little things that the government does to control us. Be mindful of them. And I have to follow those up. Those are really hard scoops to follow.
They can be
up.
read.
No, you don't have to compare it to anything. And
Alright.
mine didn't mean to get that serious.
Nah, it's all good, all good. I was just trying to make sure I caught everything.
Yeah.
I just still want to know why we have to use the letter U after Q. It's really. You can't just say that's what it is. Why? That's my question is why.
What's the definition of the?
All right. My
I still want to
scoop.
know why goose is geese and moose ain't meese though.
My scoop. My scoop is going to be. My scoop is going to be a simple scoop.
Thank you.
Um.
Relax. We're almost done.
The enforcer is here. My scoop is stop cock blocking yourself from
Bitches.
Nah, stop cock
guilty of that.
stop cock blocking yourself.
He said I talk and bitches don't like me no more.
Jeez, I gotta know the scoop.
My scoop is stop cock blocking yourself from the opportunities and blessings that you deserve and that the universe has waiting for you. Stop getting in your own way. There are plenty of doors that could open if you enabled yourself to open them. Stop cock blocking yourself, especially artists and freelancers. 2021. Stop getting in your own way. Just do it. Do it smart, but do it.
Respect.
Facts.
Well,
Every guest we have always comes with the serious shit. Damn,
Sorry.
man,
We
I'm
went serious
waiting.
too.
If you
I'm
follow
waiting.
my Instagram, I post shit like this on my story all the time.
I
Just
know.
shit like that. Like,
I mean, your shit was pretty serious too. You seriously
Yeah,
have
but
a-
it comes from a not so serious place.
You have an issue with you have beef with the letter Q. I never knew somebody who had beef with a letter.
You from Queens?
damn.
Why is Queens not QWEENS?
Quins.
These are the questions we have to start asking.
No, I don't give a fuck. I think spelling is not important at all. I think it's all phonetics, but that's neither here nor there. Like, I don't give a fuck how something is spelt. Use context. We speak.
Copy that.
If you write it and it sounds the same, the phonetics come out the same. Same word.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Word,
it.
tell the people where they can follow you and all that shit.
Y'all can follow me everywhere at donSMITH. Make sure you stream my new album. Don't ask me where I'm from. I appreciate y'all having me. I don't come to Queens for a lot. This is a cool ass thing to come to Queens for. So thank you.
Right.
Word. Now we appreciate you coming through. Make sure y'all subscribe to us at Neapolitan Podcast everywhere. Subscribe on all whatever you listen to a podcast on. Like I said, like he said, stream the album. Go cop. Is the album like? Can they cop it too?
Yeah, you can buy it from Bandcamp directly, and then Bandcamp is great because the money goes straight to the artist. If you buy it on the first Friday of every month, it's Bandcamp Friday, and Bandcamp doesn't keep any bread. They give you the full. So if you pay $10, I get the full $10.
That's fine.
Or I get like $9.70. They keep like 30 cents, some bullshit like that. But yeah, you can show love that way. I'm gonna have some merch coming, vinyls. If you collect vinyls, tap in with me. But in general, just support your local businesses, man. Whatever it is, it don't gotta be me. Keep the mom and pop shops open.
Support your people.
All of that, man. Yeah, just like
said.
that. Support your fellow creatives.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that.
Right. And on that note,
Don't kill us.